Hi there, and welcome back to a super special episode of Drams and
I wasn't playing with a dog, honestly.
Was playing with a dog.
Honestly, I wasn't
and
playing
I
with a dog.
surprised him by pressing record.
I wasn't playing with a dog at all.
You almost fell off your seat there.
I did.
Yeah. So on this episode, the super special episode.
Super special episode.
Super special
ultra, super special.
Get my whiskey. Of Drams and Bams is a Flora and Fauna episode. Now we have...
I am not Kiff. You're a Brannigan. That's
yeah, you are. Just deal with it. You green little monkey, you. Wait,
I was about to say something really harsh there.
Don't.
I won't.
No, all
No,
right.
I won't.
Anyway, right, back to
I
whiskey.
won't. I'll stop myself.
So, this is part of the Flora and Fauna
Kiff's
range.
got a girlfriend.
So do you.
I know.
Wait, does that mean...
That Brannigan doesn't. Get the champagne.
I'm going to go now.
I think we should restart this one.
No, we'll leave this one.
I think we should
We've restarted this twice already because we keep screwing it up. You don't know how to work it. Why are you just pressing my watch? Anyway, now, you're a big fan of Flora and Fauna, aren't you? No, restarting. We're going with it because we'll restart this 8 times.
We'll do it 9. Come on.
You're a big fan of Flora and Fauna?
I am a big fan of Flora and Fauna. Yes, it's a range.
By the distilleries. So this isn't...
Distilleries who...
It's not an independent bottling because often you'll get the bottlings that are like, well, they make their own range made up from different distilleries. This is each of the distilleries have put this towards this range.
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yes, okay.
And there's a lot of them. There's the Ewan, which we spoke about before. It's one of my favourites. There's Mortlish, has a lovely 16-year-old Flora and Fauna. There is Blair Athol's, another really, really nice one. Linkwood is the one we're going to try here. There's a whole range of distilleries.
There's a Glenlossie too.
And Glenlossie as well. A whole range of distilleries. But every single one I've tried has been really, really nice. And it's just a range that I've grown to really sort of enjoy.
I have to admit, you know, if you look at it as like because it's all distillery bottlings, it's like that could go wrong. You know, there's no consistent. Give the doggy's toy back, you mean man. There's no like one person going around and saying this is part of this range. The distilleries have obviously worked together and went, we're going to put out this as part of this.
I guess that's
and I think that's kind of cool. And I think to achieve such a high level across the whole set is really impressive.
They're really nice.
And I've had 3 of them. I've had the Ewan and these 2 already. And
Mortlich's amazing. If we're going to get another one, we should get more.
Well, this is it. Like, I mean, it's just fantastic set all around. So the first one we're going to go for today is the Glenlossie. It is a 10. Yeah, it's a 10-year-old. Where's Glenlossie again? Moray, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, up beside Elgin. There you go. I was close. So yeah, 10-year-old. It's just really nice.
It's just lovely honeyed cereal heather, just beautiful cereal.
I sort of get
notes, like cereal word, like what
it smells like a wood shop. I know that's
yeah. No, absolutely.
It smells like it smells like I've just cut some wood.
Everything that like goes to what I've been talking about to everyone for ages now is the difference between like an annoyed statement and a fully matured kind of 10 or 12-year-old.
Yeah, we spoke about that in a previous episode.
Depth of it's so
the complexity is so much more impressive.
And I mean you can tell that just in the nose.
I really love. I think this it's in a
buttery toast kind of.
This is one that really like emotes a lot, and it's the wood, the wood shavings.
Yeah. So
and I think
it's evoking a memory.
Yeah, evocative. That's the one. It's very evocative to me, and it just reminds me of doing woodwork, and it's a really nice smell straight off the bat. More of a nostalgia thing than a taste, but it's a fantastic thing just to
buttery, cereally, porridgey, savoury kind of thing. From salted butter and toast with just way too much butter on it. Like just
so it should be.
Just way too much. You ever made toast and you put so much butter on it, you've got to put it in the mic for 10 seconds to melt the butter into like that kind of buttery toast.
You put it on the grill and it keeps it crispy on it, mate.
I like a bit of buttery sag. So anyway, that's a different video. There's that's what I get from this. It's gorgeous. Is what it is. And it's not.
It's tough to break it down because I just really enjoy drinking it.
Yeah, it's heather, it's butter, it's
don't-
honey.
I don't find it like
grainy,
super
toasty
complex to
barley.
drink. You know, like some you have to in your head you have to break it down, going, I get that, I get that, I get that. This you do get them, but it's all together and it's just so enjoyable. You're like, fantastic.
The layers.
Yeah,
Layered nature
you don't have to deconstruct it. You can enjoy it as is, and I think that's really nice to have. Because sometimes we do these whiskies, and it's like, oh, there's a little bit of this to it. Oh, there's a little bit of that. And I think this is one where you can go, it's got this in it, it's got this in it, and it's lovely, and that's it. And it's really simple and
so
fantastic.
Smooth.
It is.
So, like, it's like drinking boozy porridge. It's beautiful.
Yeah. The finish sort of stays a little bit as well. Because I don't find it particularly heavy. I don't find it, like, very chewy. It's fairly light, but that's not to say it doesn't stay there.
Something we see, and like hay, I guess, is probably quite right. But yeah, it's got that.
The hay didn't get, as I said at the start. I mean, I got the wood shaving straight away.
It's like that cereal-y.
Yeah, I suppose the same thing.
Farmy.
As I say, it's peppy oak, which I don't really. I don't. It's like cheery
Like
oak.
the chicken.
No, it's Pepe's is lovely. Have it. Yeah, I don't think it's massively complex to drink.
Gristy tannins. There's a thing.
Nah.
Wow, grist.
I always
You
find
don't know what it is.
No.
You're going to be like, I have no idea. But if you do know what it is, you're like, oh well, you know what? That's yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Look it up.
I can't. My phone's over there.
Grist is a byproduct of working like barley and grains and things. So grist is like the shucked.
The what?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that. The outer kind of casings and shells.
Okay.
All the.
I do know what you mean.
So
then.
if
Yeah,
you're
okay.
grinding flour.
Yeah,
you get the flour
the
and then you
shells.
get the outer shell stuff.
Yeah.
That would be the grist.
I get what you mean. Okay, that makes sense. I just didn't know the word for it. I didn't know the word for it. If we're wrong, tough. This is pre-recorded. Correct us in the comments, but you know,
but we're not.
We're wrong as it is.
We're not going to read it, so it's fine.
I read them.
I don't. Why would you do that? Is this why you cry in your shower at night?
No, because people are nice to us.
Really?
It's weird. Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Thank you,
Very
everyone.
kind. Thank you very
Appreciate it. Next. This is a really, really easy one to do because they're just so nice. I just want to go on and drink the next one. It's simple.
Yeah, they're lovely. Absolutely.
So this is the Linkwood. This is a 12-year-old.
Linkwood's something I've always sort of in my brain synonymous, like sort of made it synonymous with Mortlich. Like, and I don't know whether that's because they've always sat next to each other on a shelf in all the pubs that I've worked in, but Linkwood and Mortlich are always a thing that I've always kind of. They are different, but they are the same animal. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean, yeah. So fillet and a sirloin.
I guess, yeah.
It's tough to make beef comparisons to you. You don't eat beef, but two very nice cuts of meat from the same animal.
Cooked a killer steak the other night, though.
I heard. Didn't cook it for me.
You were invited. You're just lazy.
I am really lazy, that's fair. I appreciate the invite, though. Anyway.
Do you want to know what he really said? He was like, yeah, you know what, I would like to come up and you could cook a steak for me, but I want to see if you poison your girlfriend first. And if she's not poisoned, then I'll come up and eat your food.
She wasn't poisoned, so, I mean...
I'm aware, so we're all good.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's safety first, guys.
It's pretty funny, because seeing that now you said that, and now that you come up, I'm so poisoned. It's unbelievable.
Anyway, salt, arsenic, there we go. So the Linkwood, let's go for it.
There's a sweeter, like it's a very similar, light, grainy.
Bit of nuttiness.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. Like barley, cereal, cornflakes.
It smells
all of these things.
A bit fuller on the nose as well.
Just
I think I get the butter more from this than I do that. It feels like the
butter
butter hasn't melted in there. You've not put it in the microwave. The butter's still solid in there.
Raw butter.
We have these really, like, if you've watched our videos, you'll understand. We use these really random comparisons that just make sense to.
Yeah, because we tried one.
We're not professional in that sense.
We tried one a while back, and it smelled like a rabbit hutch. It did. It did.
Do you just mean sawdust?
No, it's sawdust and rabbit poop.
Anyway, that's almond. It's compared to the Glenlossie, it's thicker.
See, I wouldn't say it's thicker. I would say that's a much lighter, crisper.
It feels fuller.
I think there's a lot more of one particular note in that.
Maybe that's what makes it that, though.
I think that
maybe it's just because there's one coming through at you.
That liquid is all the butter.
Maybe that's what makes the difference. Maybe that's why I'm getting the fuller, because Glenlossie has lots of little things. This one has one big flavour coming through, and it gives it that more distinct one flavour, possibly. Or I'm speaking absolute rubbish. Possibly true. Are you alright there?
Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a yawn.
Now, what's that coming? That comes in at 43%. It feels a little more. They're both 43, actually. I think to me that feels a little stronger, but not in a bad way. It doesn't. You get the flavors, but you don't just get the alcohol.
I don't think strong alcohol. It's strong because it's quite rich.
It's got
like I say,
it's got a woody taste.
Buttery, woody,
malty,
blanky kind of.
It's like going from the smell, from the nose. It goes from like an almond to like a malt almond.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is interesting, and I think the almond gives it a little bit of sweetness to it, possibly.
Is that marzipan?
I don't know.
It's almond marzipan.
I don't know. I like almond milk in my tea. It's quite nice. We've digressed again. Sorry, this does happen quite often. But yeah, I mean it's tough to do a longer video about these because they're just really nice.
Yeah, they're lovely. Yeah, I say these are very savoury.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
They're certainly a more savoury, cereally kind of thing than some of the sort of grassier or earthy things that we've done in the past, or like the sweeter, richer, stewed kind of fruity ones.
Yeah,
this is
I think that
a completely different.
Which is tough because, as some people may guess, especially after a couple of episodes, we film a few of these a day. Not a day, not every day, on a certain day. So we film, today we're doing 4 plus another segment. So we get an interesting comparison between ones we've done in previous episodes compared to what we're doing now, because it's very recent for us. And I think these are very different to the ones we've done today. I think. Yeah. I don't think we've had anything like these today. And that doesn't mean the other ones are any less good and stuff, but they're just very different. And I think these are very cereally, malty. Savoury, yeah. So if you like a savoury dram, these are fantastic. And I think that applies to Dalyu and Flora and Fauna as well. I've not had the others. But if you mean that they're part of the same range, I think they're
part of the same range. But I think Dalyu has a lot more of that deep sherry notes in it.
Yes. These are very similar, but very nice.
Any of these Flora and Faunas are worth a try. Like, their quality.
As I say, it's tough to like stretch this video out anymore because it's like, well, those were very lovely. Those are great. Try them.
Try them. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's all we've got to say on that. I guess.
Put butter on your toast. Get on one of these.
Absolutely. And I think the finish on that one's quite long though. I will say, because I've still got it sitting there.
A proper age to it rather than flash in the pan.
Right, well that's that for that video then.
Get on, try them. To any of the Flora and Faunas that you see, try them.
Yeah.
If you want to extend the video slightly, I went down to that golf place.
We might edit out.
Golf place.
St Andrews?
No, the other one. Gleneagles. I went to Gleneagles, and
my second guess.
They let me into Gleneagles because I was with a family who were posh.
Yeah, okay,
and I went in. They have a whiskey place, and they had the full range.
We've got our tramp with us today.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they were looking at me walking around Gleneagles. I had like camel shorts on, and I look walking around like
we're doing charity work.
A 90s Pantera fan, you know.
We brought our Pete.
90s Pantera fan walking around all these posh guys. I saw Colin Montgomery walk past me, you know, these guys, stuff like that. Anyway, they have a whiskey shop in Gleneagles. And at that point, they had a 70-year-old Mortliff, you know, the teardrop decanter bag.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It was like 20 grand a bottle or whatever. But they had the full range of Flora and Faunas.
How many are there?
10 or 12.
Really? Is that many?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Because I've only seen like 6.
Nah, there's a bunch.
Damn.
And so I went in, and the guy behind the counter in Gleneagles, he's like,
Security. Security, please.
In there, like my Thor t-shirt.
Of course.
And then, but like I started speaking, I was like, oh man, I really like these. I like this and like this and like this and blah, blah, blah. And you could just see him be like,
This tramp knows his stuff.
believe that. and like, you know, and they're waiting outside for me. But like, and he's like, oh wait a minute,
You actually know some
you know what
things.
you're talking about? And I'm like, yeah, well, sort of. And he's like, oh, and then we spoke for ages.
Oh, that's good.
He was a big, jolly, large man in a suit. And you would
Aye.
be jolly if you got to just drink insanely expensive booze
Yeah.
for a living.
I mean, I'm fairly jolly at times, and I drink. Well, today I am. That's because I'm sitting drinking whiskey all day, quite frankly.
And energy juice.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm
Right.
jolly.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you next time. Thank you very
Keep
much.
doing the